Miss Brooke, Schofield, and
Oh
Clinton King.
my goodness. Speaking of technology, welcome back, everybody.
Good
Good.
morning or evening, afternoon. Welcome back to the Pay Attention podcast.
How are we all today, girls? It is currently Sunday morning when we're recording this. I'm going to Manchester tonight. Rebecca's in the UK, so we're actually both going to be in the UK at the same time,
Oh,
um, which is exciting.
so exciting. Still in the UK and it's raining today, which I'm genuinely actually happy about.
I feel like we're rubbing off on each other. Do you know, sometimes I'll do something and I'm like, I only do this now because Rebecca does it. And then you'll say something like, well, I really want the rain. And I'm like,
Sometimes rain is so nice and so cozy. Like, when you can. I woke up this morning and the window was open and I could hear that it was rainy weather outside, even though you
yeah,
couldn't hear the rain. I think
yeah.
it's like an Irish thing.
I think it's
You
an
just
Irish thing.
feel
We
it.
can
Like you can
sense
be like,
it.
it's
Yeah.
it's maybe Irish and the UK. It's like it's been raining.
Yeah. You know by the air, I think, in the morning. It's
And you
so
know when it's
funny.
gonna rain.
You
Like
know when
always
it's going to rain.
immediately
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, it's probably gonna rain soon. They're like, what? No, it hasn't been raining. And I'm
That
like,
must,
wait for it.
I think it has to be something to do with our genetics because, like, how can we, like, pick it up? Do you know what I mean? Sorry, guys, I'm
Knowing
moisturizing
when
my
it's
legs
gonna rain
here.
is built into it.
Because we love talking about once there's a grand stretch in the evening or there's good drying outside, then, like,
Oh my God. No,
I'm
it's
weak.
actually so nice. But yeah, how was your week? So you're going to Manchester. That is so
Tonight.
exciting.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm picking Leanne. I don't even know what time I'm picking her up at. We're like our flight's not till 11:30 tonight. So
11:30 flight from Kerry to Manchester.
no, Shannon, because Leanne is, I don't know, she's doing something. You know, like when your friends do work, it's like when people are like,
Sorry,
what
I
does Neve
still don't
do?
know what you do.
Yeah, I
Like
was gonna
people
say.
still ask me, like, what does Neve do? And I'm like, marketing.
I just think that's a sign of good friendship when you just don't know. Like
Yeah.
it's like it's just a thing. But Leanne, I think so basically Leanne, to put into perspective, she is like finishing off her PhD at the moment. When I went to Cork, I lived with her in our accommodation when I did my master's. So she was doing her
Okay.
master's in physiotherapy. I was doing it in marketing and management. And then I obviously went off to Dublin or whatever. She stayed down in Cork and she got a job. And then she always used to do refereeing for basketball, even while I was living with her. And then
Mm-hmm.
she went on to do her PhD, I think, to do with something with Parkinson's Ireland or something. I'm not sure. I think that's it. I think it is. But anyway, so she's a busy girl, and these are the three days she had free. So I was like, alas, we are going on holidays. You know what I
That's
mean?
very sorry. Speaking of holidays,
Yeah.
I know Manchester is exciting. I found it yesterday. In the UK, children, their summer holidays are only the last 2 weeks of July and 4 weeks in August.
Yeah, it's so different in the UK.
All the way
So
up.
different. Yeah.
The poor things.
I know, it's crazy. I found that out when I was over there because my friend Dervla, she's a teacher over there, and she told me, she was like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, they don't get it until, I was like, what?
Yeah. I was like,
Insanity.
no, the younger kids get all of July and August. And I was like, the older kids get all of June, July, and August. And then I
Yeah,
was like, it should really be the reverse.
it
Like
really
the
should
younger
be.
kids. Well, actually, no, I think all they should all get June, July, and August. Like,
Yeah, it's mad. Well, at least for Ireland has that for the kids, but I don't know. I don't know what it is
I
about the
just thought
English
that was a
school
wild
system.
piece of non-pop culture, non-related to anything. I shook, shook.
Shook,
I was
shook
shook.
it.
Speaking of the ultimate pop culture news of the week, Miss Brooke Schofield and
Oh
Clinton King.
my goodness. No, as in, I explained this to my brother yesterday. He was like, "So, who is this Clinton guy, and what happened?" And I was filling him and Abby in because they're home this weekend, and I was like, "Okay, so like." Long story short, him and Brooke dated. He told her that his mom, brother, and dad all died in 1 year, and that he was from Australia, but his accent kind of veers in and out. And then Brooke found out she was cheating on him, and then she also found out that he lied, and all of his family is alive and well. And then he said something about basically he was telling people when his mother would come to the concerts and say, "Oh, I'm his mother," that he had a therapist that got too attached and thought that she was like a motherly figure. Like the lies are insane.
The
But
lies are insane.
But she did that so well. Like the part series that she did, and then at the end of it, and she goes, and I just want to go on record and say, no fucking shit. I was like, I love her. Like she's so, so good. Like,
That was when I watched it, I was like, this is better than the Who the Fuck Did I Marry series, number
yeah,
one. And also number two, did you see now there's been, I think it's in Stone, I could be wrong.
it is. Yeah, Press has
He's
put it. Yeah.
he's saying that his mom is alive, but the woman who died was like a mother figure to him. And
Oh, like,
that's why he says his mom. But it's like he's still not like
like.
acknowledging the fact that he's pretending to be from Australia and
Yeah.
has
Do
full
you see the
Australian
video where
accent.
Brooke put it up? And he's like, when we used to go in fights, I used to record it. And he just did not sound Australian in the slightest. And she was like, people were like, did you not notice the accent? And I was like, no, not really, because he never really had it on around me. And I was laughing because I always say this about one of my exes that they used to put an accent on as well. So I was like, I get that. I get that so much.
That's terrible. But also, I guess if he, like, technically, if you were dating a guy and he was from Australia and he was living in
Yeah,
America,
he'd lose
especially
it.
Americans, like, not saying
Mm,
Americans are, but they, like, Americans assume that, like, oh, he just picked up an American accent because America's the best place on earth. You know, that kind of way.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
they
yeah,
don't
yeah.
find it strange.
No
But
social
also,
awareness.
out of all accents to choose to fake, an Australian one, like, that's a hard, I can't do it. I lived in Australia, I can't do an Aussie accent.
Yeah, I can't either. It's funny because I lived in Manchester like for a while and I can't do a Mancunian accent, but I at one point I got weirdly like a Yorkshire like accent down.
Hmm.
And I only got it because there was this girl, I'm veering off here, I'll come back to the conversation in a second, but there was this girl on TikTok who used to do like the Yorkshire Kardashians, and she'd take clips from the Kardashians and then be like, Kim, we going to whatever, yada yada. And it was just so funny. They were like going on their holidays and they go stay in the Premier Inn and stuff. It was just the way it was edited. It was so funny. But yeah, I don't know how he managed to. He's like going on the Zach Sang show and saying that about your parents, and then trying. Did you see who was the guy in the co-host on the Zach Sang show? And he said to him,
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah,
your
yeah, that
accent dipped
guy.
a bit there." And I was like, "Oh my goodness."
It's just like to commit to the bit of an Australian accent. I guess why he used Australia because people wouldn't be able to find out information, I
Yeah,
guess.
and it's
And
so
like,
far away.
but also pathological lying is terrifying.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Like terrifying. Like anyone could be a
We know
can't
one
even say the word.
ourselves.
Listen, there's always one.
There's always
And if
one.
it's not one of your friends, maybe it's you. If you're
Oh
looking around thinking who's the pathological liar, maybe look inside.
my goodness.
Oh,
Oh, but yeah, that was
that's so
insane. I
funny.
don't know how he's gonna move forward with his career, like honestly.
But he will though.
He
Like I
obviously
feel
will.
like like genuinely, if it was reversed and it was
Mm,
Brooke,
yeah.
he'd be like cancelled, like fully. Whereas I do feel like white men are always grand. Like, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah, literally.
Like they're all it'll blow over.
They're literally the people who are always like put on their like pedestal. It's like,
But I also do think that the less you acknowledge something, the more it blows over. So like he did that Rolling Stone thing, but he's
yeah.
still like, do you know the way if he went offline now for a month and didn't
Yeah.
talk, didn't, then people might,
Everyone would get bored. Yeah.
yeah. Whereas if he just keeps going with his music and launching his bits, like people forget very quickly.
It's so funny. Sorry, I'm looking for some lip balm here, guys. I can't find some, but it's so funny because his videos now are getting like 2.3 million views and like 5,000 likes, and I'm like, oh my goodness, people are just going on and being like, oh, you
It's
know,
just so crazy though, because sure, America has the TikTok where you get paid. So imagine how much he's earning.
I know, I
Like the
know.
amount of money that people earn from like millions of views on TikTok is terrifying.
Yeah, insane, insane. Like, oh, my eye could have gotten me a bit of money.
Sorry, speaking of TikTok, I'm in the UK now, so I have TikTok
TikTok
Shop.
shop, I know. It's mental, isn't
I got my
it?
first thing because I've been seeing all these TikTok
Yeah.
shops and like the prices are so low that like
It's sketchy, like, but there's some good products on it, though, is the only thing.
there's brands on it, like Sculpted by Amy is on
Yeah.
it.
Makeup,
Um,
is it Makeup by Mitchell or
Makeup by
Mitchell?
Mitchell, like
Yeah.
loads of different brands. And I guess you would catch it, like, because I caught during the week, like, a few of the Sculpted by Amy, videos were coming up with, like, the commission paid underneath,
Mm,
and I was like, "Oh, like, people just might be copping onto the hype after Michaela did the review of
yes.
it."
Yeah.
But because I got over 1,000 followers now, I have access to the back end of TikTok Shop.
Okay.
So TikTok Shop is pushing that product to sell it, and it has a
Okay.
very high commission rate.
Okay.
So obviously it's a good product anyway. We love Sculpted by Me, like
Yeah, we
slay, get your
do.
bag.
So good.
But that's why. So if you see someone like like if you see loads of videos promoting the same thing, either
Yeah.
number one, the product is actually really good,
Mm,
or it's not, but they've really high commission.
yeah.
So I was like, right, I'm gonna do a social experiment. So because on TikTok Shop, as a creator, you can just order get free samples of all these things. So it's
Yeah.
like PR. But the stipulation is you have to make a video or go live and talk about it
Okay. How can
and
they
link.
track the live though? Oh, you link it.
You have to link it. Like it's all on my back end now, being
Yeah.
like, do this within 7 days. So I ordered these like flared pants. They're like mousse.
Oh,
Oh my God, they're actually so nice. They're like ribbed. I'll send you the.
love,
Oh wait, you
love.
don't know. Oh, when you're in Manchester, it'll
Yeah.
come up. Use my link.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but genuine.
Love.
So I was like, I'm gonna try these because I feel like they're gonna be really bad.
Yeah.
So I ordered like the free sample of the Moose Lover, like wide
Yeah.
leg thing.
Yeah.
They arrived. Shipping was next day, first of all. And they arrived yesterday. I put them on and the fit is so good. They're so comfy. The packaging they come in is like
Mm.
so nice. The
Yeah.
size is perfect.
So good.
So comfy. And I'm like, but now I'm like, this is dangerous because there's the
Yeah.
cutest pajamas. There's so many things. And
Mm.
in I think it was delivered by Amazon. So I don't know, is it like a weird subsection of Amazon? Like, does Amazon own
Mm.
TikTok Shop?
Do you think it's like like the drop shipping might be connected somehow?
I think so because it
Yeah.
was like because I put it in, I have this app called Aftership where you
Yeah.
can put in all your deliveries if you're getting deliveries and it like tracks it
Yeah.
way better than the
Does
delivery.
it?
Oh my God, it's so good.
Is
So
that across the world now or just in the UK?
yeah, so you can put no everywhere. So it's called Aftership and you can put in
Okay.
all your different shipments, near Christmas when you order like a lot
Yeah,
of
a
different
million
things
things.
and you're
Yeah.
trying to keep track of like everything as it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Aftership, but underneath it says Amazon shipping. But
Ooh.
nowhere else said Amazon, like none of my emails, but on this app it does. So I don't know what but apparently they are beta testing it currently in Ireland.
Are they really?
Yes, and by the end of 2025, they're projected like it's only
Because I
going to
know
get.
they put a pause on it for a while. So when I was in the UK, I had the TikTok shop in
Yeah.
2022. Then they paused it because it was only rolled out in the UK and I think in the US, and then it was
Uh-huh.
stopped. And they were like, we're not going to roll out in any other countries at the moment. But I do think it was a case of like supply and demand and the delivery aspects of it
They had,
because Ireland versus the UK is so different. Like if you ordered something on Amazon in the morning in the UK, it could be there by 8 p.m. that evening. Do you know what I mean?
and this is why I think they like partnered with Amazon or something.
Mm, yeah.
But I'm like there's Monster on it, like 20 cans of Monster for £15. Like
Yeah. Girl, wait till you find
there's
out about Groupon.
24 there's 24 cans of Coke Zero for £2 because they have all these coupons. Like,
Yeah. Girl, you
but,
should wait till you figure out about Groupon. I think that's the same thing. It's like coupons. You can like buy in bulk like certain things and like they're so cheap.
but this is why like there's every single brand, but it's giving QVC. Like you can't do a few scrolls without someone trying to sell you something,
Yeah, I know.
which is kind of annoying. But I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, these pants are actually good. But I don't want to
Yeah.
turn into a TikTok shop girly. But I'm like,
Yeah.
these leggings though.
Yeah. But
But if
these
you,
leggings though.
as a creator, if you order the free sample, like there's like mattress toppers,
Mm.
like everything. I was going through all the free sample options, being like, ooh, what do I want?
UK man's apartment's about to be done up and do
He's about to get 100 deliveries. But when I leave, like the second I land on like EU soil,
Yeah.
like outside the UK, the TikTok shop like disappears from my phone.
That yeah, it's crazy. It's the same with
Mad.
me when I come home as well. It's mental. But yeah, I can't wait to be back on the UK FYP because it's so fucking funny. I think sorry for
It
cursing.
is. Oh, did you see the guy doing Dairy Girls the Eras tour? The comedy skit, oh, it was
Oh
so
yeah,
I'll
he's
send it.
like that girl. He's like, see that little bitch over there trying to get up there, and she was like, "Did you like that wee wing, Claire?" I did. She'll think think about doing it next time. Did you see that one?
Wait, your Derry girl accent is so good.
I love Dairy Girl so
I
much.
we were literally watching it last night. It's
It's so
honestly,
good. I love it. And there was talks
honestly,
for a while that Sister Michael would get her own spin-off series, and never
she's
happened.
I love her.
I love her
I love
so
her.
much as well. I love all of them. But in
Um,
other traumatic news,
oh my God, sorry. How did we not lead with the
yeah, I was going to start with it, but then the Brooke thing, I'm really interested in that, so I just left it. Yeah, guys, my Instagram got permanently disabled. If you haven't seen, which a lot of people actually haven't seen. A lot of people think that it's a fake account, and I'm following them off. They're all texting me, "Is this you?" Um, I posted. Well, first of all, Troye Sivan has a lot to answer for, okay? Because I just cannot believe I've had that account since like 2012, right? So I have been that account, right, has pictures with loved ones that has passed away. It has memories from college that I can't get back, like videos and everything that are in my archived memories. I can't get any of them back. And the reason why I was permanently disabled is because I screenshotted basically. So my friend had actually done it as well, but hers wasn't deleted, like whatever tech bot obviously flagged up with mine. But she sorry, my phone's on loud. She put a photo of Troye Sivan after he performed on Tuesday in Ireland. He put up a story on Wednesday saying, oh my God, I'm obsessed with Ireland." And my friend Amy put up a story that said on her close friends that said, um, "A great day for the proud and gorgeous nation of Ireland." And I screenshotted it and I put it on my close friends and I said retweet and tagged Amy. Then next minute, like nothing happened until I tried to follow someone. And next minute, the account, I got an email, "Your Instagram is disabled." And I was like, what? So I went in, then I checked my Instagram account. Like I went into the app because I was like, maybe this is a phishing email. And I clicked into the app and it was like, confirm this is you, whatever. And it sent me a code. I put the code in when I came back. It said you've been permanently, or you've been disabled. But it wouldn't tell me why at the start. Like it wouldn't tell me why it did. And it was like, you can appeal this. So I clicked appeal and no, like I'd say it was under a minute. It came back straight away. We've reviewed your appeal and you have been permanently disabled. You can no longer use this account. And I was like, what? And I started crying then because I think the first thing I thought of was like all the photos of loved ones that I've lost that are on that. Like even yesterday, sorry if this driver fix on my laptop, it keeps popping up, but yesterday I realized that there's more people that had passed away that I have photos of on that Instagram. And I was like crying on the Thursday because I was like, I don't care about the Instagram. It's the photos. Like I don't even know why. Like I keep asking myself, why didn't you save those photos? Like, and everyone is like, oh, you get an option to download all your information or whatever and all your photos from Instagram when you get
yeah.
permanently disabled. I was like, I didn't. They literally kicked me out of the account and that was it. And like straight away, like normally, like you think that the account would still be like half active and the username would still be there, but it's like no posts available. It went Instagram user not found and just completely shut down. And then I was like writing to everyone, seeing could anyone do it. And there was one girl, it was her last day in Meta, and I think my friend was like, oh, she might be able to do it, but I don't know, was she able to do it? Because I didn't hear back from her. And then I was just like, that's it now, it's gone. So I have to start a new one. But now I'm getting texts from everyone being like, is this you? Is this you? And then when I'm messaging people, Instagram is like, be careful of this account about me. About me. It's literally fucking me for fuck's sake. Like, I
I don't
can't.
like, first of all, the fact that it was a close friend
It
story
wasn't even public, like.
is wild.
I'll
Like for
actually send
them
on
to
the
do
photo for
that.
you to pop in so people can see what I put up. But like, it's actually insanity that that is why I got. Like, one of my friends is like, I've seen some like really crazy shit on some people's close friends, and the fact that yours got deleted over that,
That's what I
like,
mean. I don't understand. Like so many people post awful things on Instagram.
awful things. My mom was like, "Sure, there's some people who put up naked pictures on Instagram." Like, I just screenshot Troye Sivan's story. But the reasoning then when I reappealed it and it was permanently disabled, they told me it was because I can't post pictures impersonating someone or speaking on behalf of somebody who's well known, who's Troye Sivan, obviously, fucking hell, like. So the tech bot had, or the AI, like those little bugs that go across and
Yeah.
check have you violated the community guidelines. They just deemed that I had. And I was just like having a nervous breakdown over it. I'm kind of over it now, to be honest, but I'm still like, I loads of like my friends and stuff. I can't even remember who I was following. Do you get like that? So I don't know who to follow because I can't remember who I was following. So then I started following my friends at the start. And first day, like the girl shared my Instagram just to be like, oh guys, by the way, her Instagram actually
Yeah.
was disabled. This is Neo's account. Because it still comes up as like new on my thing.
Yeah.
Um, I was trying to follow people back and it was like, we've limited the amount of times you can follow somebody today. So to whatever prevent from spam. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, it's insane. But you know what I have noticed, right? Which is also crazy to me because like, the girls shared my Instagram and like I had like 100 followers maybe, and I had like over 1,000 people viewing my story. And I was like,
Spectators.
spectator vibes, like. And it was so funny then because I was like, obviously the next day it was just because the girls had shared it, the views went way down. And
Yeah.
all the like I get to know some of the spam accounts that follow me on Instagram. There's one called Beauty BB, and then there's another one called Jay's Closet or something. Like, I know all of them. I'm like, oh hey, you're back again, even though it's like a small thing. I'm like, how the hell have you found me? But it's so funny because I was scrolling through it today and I was like, God, you're dedicated to the spectator life. Like, the fact there's one Ben Ford, or is it? Yeah, Ben Ford, yeah, is one of them. Then there is the Beauty BB, and then the Jay's Deluxe Closet. And it's so funny because it only follows me and Jade Moynihan from Tralee. So it has to be somebody from Tralee. Like,
No.
yeah, it's so funny.
I
But
kind
yeah,
of feel left out.
I know. Jay's
Like, why
Closet,
don't
follow
you
her.
follow me? You,
So, girls,
Jade.
if you listen to this podcast, please
Jay's
find
closet.
Jay's Closet. This is for you. Um, please follow me.
Yeah,
It's the
no, we'll
exact,
link it. I
yeah,
put it
it's
on
this,
the podcast stories, but we'll do.
yeah, yeah. It's still Niv Byrne, but it's just no underscore this time.
And I actually like that though. I do like
Me
the new
too.
username of it all, and I do think like by the way your Instagram, like if your Instagram was still there, like if you got it back,
Mm,
all the memories and photos and stuff, you could still have the new account and just have that as like a fresh
yeah,
slate. It's more so annoying that it's all disappeared because when I got
yeah.
locked out of my Instagram before, my account wasn't disabled. I just couldn't get back
Back
into it.
in, yeah.
So it was still there. So the
Yeah.
things were still there.
Mm,
So I was like, oh, this is fun. This is like a fresh slate. And I get to like not follow people that I really don't care about.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where, which is nice. It's like a fresh slate. But it's so
Yeah.
weird that like if you like in the weird world of Instagram, like some people don't exist to you anymore because you can't remember who you followed. Do you know that?
Literally. Literally. I can't remember who I followed. And it's like, I'm not joking. I racked my brain to think, who was I following on Instagram? And then, somebody might pop into my head. How I was figuring out some people who I was when they were coming in and viewing my story. I was like, oh, I followed you and I followed you. And I can't, like, I was like, oh, yeah, I know you and I know you. So, but I said to Rebecca, like, it kind of gives me this like I don't know what it is. I feel like, when you've had your Instagram for so long, there's people from like many moons ago that you'd never ever unfollow because like you know them and you don't want to be rude. But
Yeah.
they're probably the same with you. And like, I feel like I wasn't really like fully myself on the other page, whereas like my close friends was always popping off because I was so funny on it. But it's so funny because I was like, share, I'm just gonna like be completely myself on the new Instagram. And like Courtney wrote to me and she's like, I love that you're treating this like your close friends now. And I was like, sure, nobody's watching, so it's fine. Like, do you know what I
No,
mean?
but that's what I mean. Like, so I think some people like really deep because Instagram should be for memories, but then it's kind of like, well, you shouldn't make it too much for memories because it could
Yeah,
all be deleted in a second.
100%.
Like we
And
should
if
all
you,
go back to printing our photos,
yeah.
put
And
them
then
on a
like
wall.
that's so true actually, because I did think at one point I was like, oh, it's just the pictures and the memories, like. But then in my
Yeah,
head I was like, yeah, but like you need to let that go. If you're still holding on to photos of people that you love that passed away, just try think about them. Like it's the same thing, like,
that's what I mean. Or if you do have like, if you realize now, if you go through your camera roll or anything
yeah,
and you have really nice photos that you like, you
print
could
them,
print
yeah.
them or like create like a scrapbook. I actually want to
Yeah.
do that. I saw someone on TikTok do like a scrapbook of all their 20s.
So, oh yeah, you want to do that for
All
your
like 2
30s. I
months
remember you
before
saying
I
that.
turned 30. So I actually need to do that.
Yeah, you do need to start now, girl,
Oh,
because you're 30
so
now, like.
cute. I know, but I have the pictures so I can just print them. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get a scrapbook. I'm gonna get something cute somewhere.
But yeah,
I'll
that's it, guys.
talk
My
shop.
my Instagram thing. So you need to follow my new account, please.
That
Thank you so
is, yeah,
much.
that's just not, but it's the Troye Sivan of it all.
And like it's so funny because I keep making a joke about Troye Sivan, and like everything I do, I just put on Troye Sivan, get me started on everything. Now it's like a running joke, like, and
Like
I'm
Neve
like
texted me and she was like, "What should my username be?" And I was like, "The
Troye
the real
Sivan.
Troye Sivan."
It's so funny because we were going through it and it was like they were like we were putting up I put up like a photo dump and I was like the rebirth. And it was like so funny and chaotic and there was memes in it and everything. And I had like a screenshot of like what I sent into my family group chat and I was like, this is why it was deleted. And my mom was like, oh my God, you put it up again. Like, what are you doing? And I was like, if they take it down again now, Mom, honestly, I'm just giving it a rest. But then I posted it on TikTok, right? Oh my
Oh, the bot.
God. The bots came fucking through. They were like commenting. I deleted like I'd say 200 of them, but to the point I had to stop comments on that singular post. And then like they were annoying me so much. I got so frustrated. I cried. And I'm TikTok and I was like, when all the bots come in and they start like, spamming my things and it's like, another one, thank you. But it's so
How do
funny
they come in so quickly?
because these tech hacker guys have like the SEO of Instagram disabled or Instagram come up, and then like once they flag that, their bots will go through and comment that. And like one of them wrote to me on Instagram, they found my new Instagram, and I literally was like, "Will you please get your bots to stop writing underneath my thing?" And he was like, "No, I don't have any." And I was like, "I've deleted so many of yours, please." Like, and I replied to one of them being like, "You are the target audience." And then he came back and he was like, "Lol, I'm just trying to help." And I was like, "You're now replying because you realize you got to reply back on your end of the tech thing, like, please."
The bot thing is crazy though, because I've also been getting loads of bots for Taylor Swift tickets because I've been putting
Yeah, I've seen
Taylor
them as
Swift.
well.
And
Crazy.
it's like, obviously, one of those people is genuine, being like,
Mm,
I'm selling my tickets last minute. But there's so many accounts being like, DM me on Instagram, like, I'm selling
yeah.
my tickets last. And that is terrifying because they're expensive, like, to get scammed that way.
Did you see the girl got the tickets? Remember the one that lost her? She went last night. She went up and she
The
was
girl
live
that
before it. Yeah,
the
what's her name?
flew
I
into the
followed her.
engine.
She's so nice. Yeah, where like they hacked into her Ticketmaster. She's from Ireland.
Oh,
I
no,
feel like
no. We're talking about two different stories.
there's a
Go on.
girl in Ireland, and you commented on it as well, being like,
I did.
hopefully Taylor Nation will see this or whatever. But
Yeah.
what's her name? Sorry, I have to go through my photos now. May's makeup, and
Yeah.
she was like she was crying in the TikTok basically saying somebody hacked into her account and stole the tickets. And I was so upset for her. I was like praying. I was like, oh, please let her get tickets, whatever. So they went up and she explained everything to the man in the box office, and he was like, go away for 30 minutes and come back then. And then she came back and he was like, there's only two tickets left, and he gave them to her. Yeah, well, she bought
Oh,
them like,
that's
but
so
I'm glad
nice.
she got to go. I was like, oh, bless her. And she was like
That's
doing the
so
live, getting ready, and
cute.
she was like, girls, we just have to hope that I get it. I was like, oh, everyone was like, I'll be lighting a candle for you. I was like, I fucking love the Swifties.
That's so cute. There was
So
another
cute.
girl who was flying from Belfast
Oh, I remember
to
you
the
saying
UK
that.
and the bird flew into the plane
And she couldn't
engine.
go.
She couldn't go, but she ended up getting a ticket as well for, I think, night what the FYP brought me back. I love when TikTok does
Love when
that.
TikTok does
You know, when
that.
you forget to follow someone or you
Yeah,
like you don't want to follow someone, but you want to follow like the story of it all,
yeah. I was
which
up so late, so when that Shauna girl came back, she went live and she's like, I went got in, girls, and all of us were like, oh yeah, I'm so happy for
that's
you. So
honestly
cute.
so so cute. Like Dublin is out. Did you
Do you
have you
see?
seen any of the
Yeah,
videos?
I have. Do you
The
see
crowd
Taylor? Oh my
was
God.
so like
She
she
was
was,
shook. She was like, what?
but because Irish people, like she said about the sing along, how there's
Mm,
like so such a sing along crowd. But that's why I wanted to go to the Irish dates
I
because
know.
the Irish people like love a good sing song.
God, sure, it's in our culture. Like, I think
Yeah,
that's why people don't expect it because, like, concerts, like, it gets to, like, you can actually tell the artist nearly getting overwhelmed because of how loud the crowd is. It's, like,
I was
insane.
watching it live last night. You couldn't hear Taylor at all. Like
No.
in live, you couldn't. You could just hear the crowd. Obviously, when you're there, you can hear Taylor, but in the
Yeah.
live, you could just hear the crowd. The Irish Times wrote a massive article about it. They gave it
Really?
5 out of 5.
Wow.
And
Amazing.
they said like that basically that like the level that she's at right now, like what
Mm,
we're witnessing is like just so wild. Like the level of
insane.
like fandom and all that kind of
Like,
stuff.
she sold out the True Arena to sell her merch. That's insanity. Like,
That is so
there's people
slay.
who can't even fill that out.
I know.
It's
The
insane.
yeah, the quote from I can't remember the quote from the Irish Times. It was a really good one. It was like powerful. You know, one of those powerful
Yeah,
quotes.
love that. Yeah, I
Actually,
definitely want to go see her now next year after all this because I love the Swifties so much. I text Tanya this morning. Um,
there's no concerts next year.
oh, well, whenever she goes on tour
When
again,
you text me that, I was like, I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this. Maybe Wembley. You could get Wembley.
What's the
She's
difference if
doing
she's
like
not
five
going on?
nights in Wembley in August.
Is she? Well, I don't
Like
have the thing. I might ask my brother to try figure.
I
Do you have the
am on
code?
wait. I had a code last year, so I might get a new code for.
Okay. I signed up to Taylor Nation last night because I was like, how do I register? Because it's closed now to register as a fan to try get a ticket. I was like,
Yeah.
this is like jumping through loops and hoops. But
My mom texted me as well. She's like, "How much is a Taylor Swift ticket?" And I was like, "Oh, it really, really varies. Why?" And she
mm,
was like, "I'm seeing all the stuff. I'd love to go." I was like, "Well,
she's
doesn't matter how
amazing.
much you're willing to pay. Those tickets are like gold dust."
Yeah.
She's like, "I'd love to go. It looks great." I
Sorry,
was like,
there's a helicopter going over my house.
"That's
I
it."
feel like this happens so much during the summertime. I'm always like this.
Me being like, "Someone's going to the golf club." You're like, "There's no golf
I
clubs."
was like, they're going to the hospital. Can you hear it?
No.
I have the
See,
window
when we're
open,
on
so
the
I thought
pod,
you would.
I think it only really picks up your mic.
That's so loud. I can't believe you can't pick that up because I have the window open. So I was like, oh,
No, I
guys, can we talk about the air cooler I got?
can. Yeah, I might get
Guys,
one when I go
we'll
back.
actually pick it up and show you how big it is.
What? You can pick it up.
Well, barely. You should have seen me walking out of the store with
Neve's purchase of the month of the year.
that. Okay.
Oh my God, it's not that big.
No, but it's not about the size. It's about the power, baby, and that is a fucking powerful air cooler, I'll tell you.
So do you put cold water in or is it just like regular water?
You can put cold water. I think they does it with regular water anyway, because there's these two things in there that make it cold. But I put ice in it as well. I literally was like so hungover yesterday. I woke up at 4 a.m. Wouldn't be like me, but anyway. So I went for a nap during the day and I turned it on. Snap I've ever had in my life. It was beautiful. It also like cleans out the dust and stuff in the room. Got it in little girl's love.
How
Like
much was it?
59 euro. Like
Bargain.
I loved Middle Island Little. I love it so
I
much.
love Lidl and Aldi's middle aisles,
Yeah.
especially if you get a good. Actually, no. Whatever about Lidl, all grocery stores. I was in Waitrose for the first time yesterday,
Oh, how did
and
you find
Asda.
it? You're really getting the UK experience.
Big Asda yesterday was phenomenal. Big Tesco.
Yeah.
I've been in a big Tesco, but there's a big Tesco quite nearly. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think people understand the joy of going to a grocery store.
I know it's amazing. Truly. Well and
It
truly.
I just love looking at all the bits and being like, "Ooh, I've never seen this before."
I actually feel like I end up spending more money in a grocery store than I would anywhere else. Just some random shit
It can
like.
get so exciting though if there's like new in bits or bits you've never seen before, bits you
We're
haven't had
so in
before.
our fucking like late 20s like life,
No,
aren't
but
we?
like I don't understand people who go to the grocery store and just buy the same thing every time and don't like check what's new in and like, how could they spice up their life via groceries?
I feel like food wise, I always get the same stuff,
Yeah,
but there's such a variety in it. Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? That I like sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll have a salad with turkey ration or turkey sausages. Sometimes I'll go all out. I'll do turkey mince and the salad that I make. I make this unbelievable salad, girls. I literally eat it all the time. It really helps my eczema, so that's why I literally eat it all day, every day. And then yeah, everything to do with that salad, really. I mix it up. Could be turkey mince, could be this, could be that. And I'm fond because I am celiac, but weirdly enough, sourdough bread has really low gluten, so I can tolerate sourdough.
It does because the way it's fermented, the
Yeah.
sourdough is like really easy on the gut. It
Mm.
breaks down a lot easier. Actually, so if you're looking for pizza,
Yeah.
Joe, my cousin who does the Forge pizza
Oh
in Fine
yeah.
and
Yeah,
thing,
yeah, yeah.
that's 100% sourdough
Oh my
based.
God, yum.
So if you do want pizza,
I need
there
to
you
go
go.
there.
There
Need
you
to
go.
hit it up,
Because
you know,
he does a 72-hour, like it takes 72 hours to make
to
the
like
dough.
make the dough.
Yeah. So it's
Wow.
so
My
so
mouth's
when you
watering.
finish
It's
one,
like
you
10
could
to
nearly
11.
eat another one because it feels like so light.
I'm like so hungry now, and it's only 10 to 11. I'm like, I want pizza. I actually had a really nice pizza in Bella Via the last night. It was so, so good. Because I'm like, I've come to terms with the fact I can't have pasta anymore, even though I love it.
I
Really hurts
know.
my tummy.
Pasta is quite heavy though.
Yeah,
It's
it is. I'm just a little girl, like.
You know what I actually got the other day? My raspberry leaf tea back in my life again.
Yeah, you
because
should.
I haven't been able to find it in Italy. And last time I came
Oh
to the
yeah, sorry, I
UK, I
forgot
couldn't
we
find
didn't
it
have this in
anywhere.
the. I was like, did you not just tell us this? But I was like, oh fuck, I wasn't recording. Sorry.
My,
I was like, deja
it's,
vu.
no, it's so good. Raspberry leaf tea for menstrual
Love.
cramps. But also, I Googled it yesterday. It really helps digestion as well.
You
It
know when you're
helps the
pregnant,
digestive tract.
you know when you're pregnant and you're at the end and you want to have the baby, they tell you to have raspberry leaf tea as well.
Yeah, so it comes out easier. It
Yeah,
just pops
love
out.
that. I tell you I had a dream the last day that I was in labor.
No,
Oh my God, I had a dream that I was literally, this is so fucked.
that's scary.
I was like in active labor in Brookfield, right? But it was a hospital, but it was in Brookfield. And my mom was there and I was like asking could I get like the epidural? And there was a particular man who was obviously the father in my dream, isn't it? Like they
Wait,
weren't.
did you know them, the father?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah,
okay.
very well. Um, and he'd like come in, and I was like asking, and the nurses were like to me, um, and this is why I know it's a dream because I know that a nurse wouldn't listen to a man more than they would to a woman when she's in active labor. But I was like, no, no, I really need the epidural. Like I'm in a lot of pain, and she's like, oh, let's just check out. And then he kind of said like a bit more direct to her, like she needs to like you need to check because she's in so much pain. So then straight away they checked and they were like, you're already 10 centimeters, you're gonna have to start pushing now. And I was like, no, 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 I've had no painkillers. And that like in my head, I was like, okay, well, I'm taking everything that they're giving me when I go ever go into labor. Like, no, I'm not trying to ride that out. Like, I'm not gonna raw dog a pregnancy. Like, I need to just give me the drugs, please. I'll be
I
on the
just think
gas and
it's
air. I'll be on the
scary.
epidural.
I just, I'm just, that's a scary dream to have.
Yeah, well, it was
Did you
petrifying
wake up
because
and were you like,
yeah, I was kind of like I was weird to that person. Then for the day, I was like, oh God, you know when you dream and it's so real. Like, do you ever
vivid
dream?
dreams?
Do you ever
Where
dream? Yeah, I was gonna say, do you ever dream about somebody and wake up and then like the next day you're like, I feel weird about you.
I had the weirdest dream the other day. I'm actually a witch. I'm never beating the witch allegations. Not
Never.
that I put them on myself anyway. The other last, I think it was Friday or Saturday last week, it was before Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I had such a vivid dream about one of my friends, and she was so upset over this guy. And I was literally giving her advice about the guy in the dream, and she was like going through the whole thing.
Mm,
The next day, she texts me. She's like, "Hey, how are you?" Blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, "Oh, by the way," sends me this voice note
okay.
about the guy
Hmm.
having like the exact same issues that were in the dream. And I literally
Stop.
voice note back and I'm like, listen, I'm like, oh no, she didn't have the same issue. She was like, he basically went like MIA or something. Like she hadn't heard
Oh,
from
I
him.
hate when they do that.
And I think in like 2 days and I was like, listen, I was like, I feel like I have to tell you this because I had such a vivid dream. But I was like, I just explained the whole dream to her and I was like, this is like, I had such a vivid dream about, I like
Mm.
sitting on the bed with her and being like, listen, it was so weird. It was so vivid.
It's so weird. I once had a dream like that someone I like that I'm not even that good friends with because she was pregnant, went into labor, and then I saw the next day that she was in labor. I was like, oh my God, this is so weird.
I don't
So
know. I feel
strange.
like dreams, like, I think I'm not even joking. The amount of coincidences we spot in the UK, like yesterday, right? We were supposed to go do something and we were running late. So we didn't go do that thing. So we said we'd go to this pub.
Mm.
So the pub was called the Mitre Inn. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to the pub, and on the way to the pub, we're talking about, I don't know how it comes up. We're talking about Galway Girl, the song Galway Girl, Ed
Oh, I love
Sheeran.
that song.
Or
Oh,
I
I thought
talk
you were talking
about
about the
like
original.
how my dad's from Galway. I literally don't even know how it comes up in conversation. And we're on this way to the Mitre Inn. We get there, and we're kind of looking around, and UK man is like, this isn't like what it looks like on Google, whatever. But we have a drink there. And next thing turns out we're actually in the wrong. There's two Mitre Inns, right?
Of
So
course.
we set off on the way to the other Mitre Inn. I was like, I'm gonna try find, because one of them's like really popular, really busy, and then the
Mm.
one we went to is like in the middle of nowhere kind of thing.
Yeah, quiet like.
So I go on Instagram and I'm like, I'm gonna try find this new Mitre Inn's like Instagram. So I type it
Mm.
in and the one we were just at came up. I click into the stories. They had a trad band there the night before. What song were they singing?
Go away, girl.
Mondays. Galway girl.
Love. That's the best one, I think.
But I was like, what are, like, that's so weird. Like, that's
Mental.
such a weird universal, like,
Yeah.
sign of like you're in the right place at the right
Yeah.
time kind of thing.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. Sorry,
Because
speaking
number
about
one, we weren't supposed to be there at all in the mitre, like at like we were supposed to be somewhere else, and then we ended up going to the wrong mitre in, and then we went to the other mitre in,
wild.
and then they had a Hugo Spritz in the new one, and I've never seen a Hugo Spritz on the menu, but they put gin on it, so I didn't order it because there's
Yeah.
not supposed to be gin in a Hugo Spritz.
Did you see the Mary Wallopers in Glastonbury? They're an Irish band. They like the crowd was insane for them. I was like, how many
I
Irish
actually
are in
haven't
the
seen
UK? It's
lots.
insanity, like how busy it was. I was like, oh my goodness. And Dua Lipa brought out Tame Impala.
Dua
Yeah.
Lipa's. I saw videos of Dua Lipa's performance
Yeah.
in Glastonbury. I saw a tweet and someone was like, Dua Lipa is like the best person in history to ever take constructive criticism.
Yeah, she
Because
is.
like people were you say like
Over
her
her dancing.
performances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's
Yeah,
always been a good performer. I think it was just one bad video that went viral, you know, kind of a vibe.
then she
But
took it to the next level.
what's it called? It's so funny because when she brought out Tame Impala, someone commented underneath and was like, "Where's the rest of the band?" And someone in the comment goes, "I'm gonna blow your mind with this," because on a Joe Rogan episode before, he was explaining that there is only one person in Tame Impala, and people always think it's a band, but it's not. It's one person.
No way.
Yes, telling you, yeah, it's
Tame
crazy.
Impala's just one person.
Just one person.
Did you know that Diplo and Major Lazer are the same person?
You're lying. You're lying. No
I don't think
way.
I am. I saw a TikTok about this.
Here, let me look this up.
Or
What
Diplo is like in Major Lazer, but Diplo and Major Lazer are like the same thing.
is Diplo Major Laser?
Unless the TikTok was lying, and then you shouldn't believe everything you see on TikTok. But I saw a TikTok about this the other day, or a tweet.
Wait, I
That's where I
think
get my
you're onto
news.
something, but I don't think what is Major Laser?
Diplo is Major Lazer, or Major Lazer is Diplo.
No,
One
there's
of the two.
three of them in it, and Diplo is one of it. They're a
Yeah,
musical trio.
but that's what I mean. Diplo was in Major Lazer.
No, you said Diplo was Major Laser.
Well, he was
There's
a part
three
of
of them.
Major Lazer. But you would have never think because Diplo's like DJ, and then Major Lazer is
Yeah,
like more
that's
mainstream.
wild. That's crazy. I never knew that.
I know.
It was founded by in 2008 by Diplo and Switch, with Switch leaving. Is Switch that guy that's oh no, I'm thinking of Shake. Leaving after 3 years in 2011, then he replaced both Jillionaire and Walshy Fire.
But I
Interesting.
feel like Diplo's target audience and like Major Lazer's target audience are two different people, but
Mm,
he's actually the same person. That's
yeah.
range.
That is range.
It's great.
Oh, you're so funny.
Range.
You crack me up.
Oh,
Was there
did
anything
you?
else?
No, Dublin. Oh my God, did you see the rain in Dublin yesterday?
I know Jen was at it when it was raining. Bless her. It was such a
Like
bad day
Pride.
raining.
There's so many things going on in Dublin this weekend. I'd say a
Pride
hotel
looked
costs a
so
million
much
euro.
fun in London and in Dublin. I was like, I want to be somewhere. It
Yeah,
was like
Shun was
brat
there.
heaven. It looked so good. I was like, oh,
It did look,
oh,
except the rain, I wouldn't, but it did brighten up to be fair.
yeah.
But yeah, Taylor's last night in Dublin is tonight, which is crazy.
I still think tonight's the night that she's going to announce a reputation. That's
Do you
why
think so?
that's why I believe she's going on tour next year, next week, next
No,
year.
allegedly she is going on tour in 2026. I did see a Daily Mail article about that.
Yeah, I think she is. I because I also, by the way, how on earth did she write the Tortured Poets Department while she was on tour last year and record it? Like,
Because she literally wrote, like,
she's in.
sorry, she wrote, Are you ready for it? Like on a random plane ride. She just started like ad-libbing and then like wrote it.
She's
Like
honestly
her
like a
assistant,
giant.
it's obviously just like so in her to
Mm,
it must be so interesting to witness. But I actually saw a tweet yesterday and said, if you don't like the Torture Poets department, then you don't empathize with Taylor Swift as a person because it's like
mm,
such a personal album in that way when you like
mm.
listen to it. Anyway.
And did you see that Travis Kelce's brother? Obviously, there was a Swiftie that went, but he was also a fan of Travis
Oh, I
Jason Kelce's
did.
football team. And he went up and was like, oh, nice thing. And then he gave him a bracelet. And then he took a photo with him. And I was just like, The amount of times I've cried over these
I
Swifty videos, it's not okay. I saw somebody getting engaged yesterday, lads. I was, but like you can even see in the video, my eyes were swollen from crying. Like I literally, because they proposed, and like I was like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. But the most beautiful part of it was when you look in the background, all the Swifties are like, oh my God, do you know what I mean? I'm like, oh my God, you're so cute. Oh,
like
so cute.
it's yeah, it's during Love Story that usually they do it because it's he knelt to the ground and pulled out a
Oh
ring.
my
It's so
God.
funny before the concert. And I wasn't saying this insinuating any type of thing. Before the concert, I turned to UK man and I'm like, oh, by the way, there's this song people propose.
Propose, yeah.
But I was saying it in a way of like someone might ask us to like record and like I'll be ready. Like
Yeah.
I would be ready. And he was like, okay. I
Did you
don't
see
like
somebody
he
said
was
no?
because they were like, yes, but not right now. Like someone said no to the proposal, but yes to the man.
I thought that
That's
was bitchy. The way
yeah,
she was explaining it, I said, you're very self-entitled. Like, you know what I mean? I think like he thought that that would have been like the fact that he thought that that would have been great for her. And she was just like, it's just not the way I want it done. It's not this, this, and this, like whatever. I'm like, if that was me, I would have left you. I would have left you because the whole engagement and the wedding is about you. Let him have this one thing. Do you know what I mean?
I get I think some people wouldn't be into public proposals.
Yeah.
So it's like unless she's made it very known to him that like never proposed to me in public, do that kind of way.
Yeah. Well, that I'd understand, but
But
it's when she
also it's
made a
like the heat of
TikTok.
the moment. If someone you love and want to spend the rest of your life with proposes to you, I
You
don't
say
care where I am,
yes.
like you'd be excited. No?
Yeah, it's insane to me because I'm like I think the way she made a TikTok about it, she didn't have to make
Yeah,
a
being
TikTok
like, I
about
said
it.
no to the proposal, but yes to him. It was very kind of,
Yeah, that
but
was
then was it
very
rage bait?
maybe it was because the
People
Ragers
rage
raged.
bait goes
I really
so
want to
well.
make this thing called pastina for dinner. It looks so good. I'll send you the TikTok. It looks so good. I think there's something that I saved in my saved videos for us to talk about.
I love how we're talking about rage bait. And you're like, I want to make pastina for dinner. Sounds
I
good.
can't find the
I'm
video I
going for
meant to
like an
say.
early UK like pub lunch dinner.
Oh, I
Thing.
love them. They're the best. You're gonna have a pint and a roast.
Well, see, the issue with me is I only have roasts one time a year, and that's Christmas. But
Oh
I
no,
did
Rebecca,
out on
they're
my
so
annual
nice.
roast because I was in Thailand.
Oh, so
So
technically now you
I
can have one.
might have a roast. I'll see how I'm
Oh,
feeling.
Rebecca, so yum. That pint of cider, you're laughing. That is just the best Sunday to have in England. Me, are you having a pint and a rose? I
At
miss
like
it
1 o'clock
so
in
much.
the day.
Literally, I know, but it's the best thing. I'm not joking. Some of my favorite memories in Manchester were getting a roast on a Sunday and having like a bottle of cider.
I'll, I'll
It's just so British. Like.
You're such
I
a
don't even
British
do
heart.
that in Ireland. Like.
I'll see how I'm feeling.
Oh.
I might get one.
Like, and
Allegedly.
I just
I'll
think
see how
because
I'm
you're
feeling.
always around like Italian food, you need to soak up the British culture. Well, you had
That
fish
is
and
very
chips
true.
last
I'm
night.
going to be going back to Italy at this. My friend is coming to Rome on Saturday, so I really do need to get back in the country before she gets there.
Have you not booked your
Shame.
flight back yet? You're so
No,
funny,
by
Rebecca.
Wednesday I will have.
You were so funny.
I don't know. I'm like, I like it. Like, I like it. I'm so excited to go back to Rome. Like, my friends keep putting up stories. I'm like, why are you having so much fun without me?
Yeah, well, do you know what? It's good. It makes the heart grow fonder when you get away from them there for a bit. Like
Yeah,
once you
they're
get away
probably
out
like,
of
where
Italy.
is she? I miss her.
Yeah, it's like where's the life of the party?
But I'm gonna be
Um,
so pale when I come back. Like, go back. Like, my
yeah, but
tan.
you'll pick up that tan again quite quickly, Angel. Don't worry about it. What was I going to say to you there? Now my brain. Will we
Oh,
podcast Thursday? So because of next weekend, you're busy, or Wednesday or Thursday,
yeah,
whatever
Wednesday or
suits.
Thursday. I'll let you know
Perfect.
what day I'm traveling.
Look at us being
And then I
scheduled, girls. We're doing so good. We're trying to be on top of it now at the moment because we know this month is crazy for us.
this month is crazy. I can't believe like tomorrow's July.
I can't believe I'm literally going to Manchester tonight. Like,
That's wild.
I'm
At
waking
least you
up in
have like a
Manchester.
whole day before you go to wake.
I'm
Like
so
waking
excited.
up in Vegas.
Literally, best place in the world. I was voice only, and I was like, I'm so happy that you get to experience one of my favorite places ever. Like, it's just, I love it. Like,
Yeah,
I hope is
I'm
it? Wait,
excited.
no, is it raining today? I better check the weather. Actually, what's it like in the UK? I
It's
didn't even
been
look at that.
the weather has been gorgeous. It's raining
Oh.
today, but it doesn't say it's supposed to rain anymore.
I feel like it always rains in Manchester anyway for some reason. Like it just
Is it
never
because it's more
it's
northern?
like the Galway of thing. Monday up to 7. Oh, it's raining Monday,
It's a
Tuesday.
lot cooler this week, typical the week I leave.
Typical the week I'm coming as well. Heck
Like
yes.
all I wanted was like the cold. Like of course the weather's beautiful when it's sunny, but I'm going back to 31 degrees in full sun every single day.
I know. Oh my
You
God, I'm
knew what
so
I mean.
excited.
I'm not ungrateful.
Oh, okay. Well, I suppose this is it, guys. We did a
This
good
is it.
episode
Oh,
there. Talked
yeah,
about a lot. Who would
nothing
have
else has
thunk?
happened in the world. Well, a lot has happened. I just
I can't
don't
think of it
know
right now.
about it.
My nose is like really red today. I hope my allergies doesn't kick up. I need to put on some Tritan as well. Look at it. I'm like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I have such
Abby.
sensitive cheeks that when I touch it, it just goes red. No
So
wonder
do
so much.
I. I think it's the Irish skin in us.
We're
Like
just so gorgeous, girl. Like,
if you touch me, I go so red.
really? Oh, I'm kind of young. I'm kind of the same.
Yeah, like my skin would get quite red. Anyway, that's such a poor like my skin.
After a while, we just
Sunday
start
morning
mumbling shite
podcast
like.
is really a way to start a day. You know what I mean?
It actually is because we got so much at the start, but the energy now is dying off, so we better love Ian Lee.
We're
Oh
dwindling. We
God.
are thriving.
Oh, and
We
don't forget to follow my Instagram if you made it this far
oh
again,
my God,
please, at
yeah.
Nivburn. Peace.
At Leafburn, NIVBYRNE,
Um,
no underscore this time,
no
which I'm a
underscore
fan
this
of because
time.
I don't really like underscores.
I know. I feel
Kind
like
of ugly.
because my original Instagram was Nim underscore Burn, and then all the girls in colleges called me Niv. So then it was Niv Burn, and now it's just Niv Burn again. And because
Well,
the
look,
podcast is Bex and Niv, it's like it needs to
it really
stick.
works. It
It
really
sure
works.
does. Okay, bye. Love you guys.
Hasta la vista. Mwah.
Bye.